Lily Cougars, and welcome to your online library classroom. This week, we are moving on from genre studies and ahead with something called the Oregon Reader's Choice Awards. Do you know what a Reader's Choice Award is? It's when readers decide which books win an award. And in ORCA, or during the Oregon Reader's Choice Awards, that reader can be you. Let's hear about how to participate in the Oregon Reader's Choice Awards. ORCA. Did you read at least 2 of the books? You might be thinking, what books? We're going to get there. You get to vote for your favorite book in March. You will hear some book talks from a list of 8 different books. If you read at least 2 of the titles, the whole book, you can vote for which one you would like to have win a prize. Remember, the more of the books you read, the more informed your vote is. If you don't read all 8 books, you might miss out on reading your favorite one. There are 3 ways to read. You can read the book or ebook, listen to the audiobook, or have someone read you the book. Let's get started with our book talks. The first title in this list is Bob, written by Wendy Mass and Rebecca Stead, with illustrations by Nicholas Gannon. I'm going to play the book trailer for you now.
For the past 5 years, I've been waiting.
I know I made a promise, but I can't quite remember what it was.
Livy told me she'd help me figure out who I am.
Now I'm back at my grand's house, and I'm starting to remember.
With Livy's help, maybe we can unravel the mystery of where I come from.
But how can I help Bob if I keep forgetting he exists?
Friendships
Read Bob
will lead you
by
home.
New York Times bestselling authors Wendy Mass and Rebecca Stead.
Very interesting. You might decide this book is just right for you. You can find this book in some of the library book bags. You will also be able to find this book as an ebook in Sora. And don't forget, you can request books from the public library or use your library card to read their ebooks. The next book on the list is titled Out of Left Field by Ellen Klages. Let's hear the book talk for this title.
Book Out of Left Field by Ellen Klages is captivating, and I was hooked from the very beginning when Katie is playing baseball in the sandlot with kids from the neighborhood, and she's just mowing them down, pitching like a boss, and I just wanted to know what happened, and I just love this story so much. So she's playing baseball with her friends from the neighborhood, and then when they're done, this person talks to them and is like, hey, you should try out for Little League. They don't know that she's a girl. She's got shorter hair. She's got a hat on. And in 1957, when this book takes place, girls were not allowed to participate in Little League baseball. So she tries out, and she doesn't let them know that she is a girl. She tries out. She makes the team. And then some boys' parents find out that she's a girl. They let the Little League know, and she gets kicked off the team. She's super upset and frustrated, and why? If she's good enough, can't she play? And I think readers are going to love this story. They're going to love her grit, her will, her determination to learn more about the professional women who have played baseball in the past and try to convince the Little League that she should be able to play. And I think that the characters in this book are ones that will stay in the hearts of readers long after they finish the final pages. And I just loved it. I loved being in this 1957 classroom where kids were studying current events and they were learning about things like Sputnik, just all kinds of stuff that was happening in this time period. Ellen is just a master storyteller. She is a phenomenal historical fiction writer. She won the Scott Odell Award for The Green Glass Sea. She's just really, really talented, and it shines in this book. I love this book. I should have read it last year because one of my students read it and loved it. They read it in like a day and a half, and they tried to get me to read it, but nope, I was reading something else. And so the moral of the story for me, listen to your students, and if you don't want to listen to me, you should listen to my students and read Out of Left Field. It is a great book. Love the ending. Nice job on that ending there, Ellen. I think that the kids are really gonna like this book. I know I did, and the students that have read it have loved it. I have another student reading it now, and they seem to be digging it as well. So if you're looking for a wonderful 2018 historical fiction novel, check out Out of Left Field. It's a winner.
All right, Out of Left Field. That might be your home run book. Third on this list, Louisiana's Way Home by Kate DiCamillo.
Hi, my name is Keegan. Today I read Louisiana's Way Home by Katie DiCamillo. It's about Louisiana and her granny. When her granny wakes her up at 3 a.m. in the morning, telling her to get packed and get in the car, Louisiana's a bit confused, but she figures it's just one of her granny's crazy midnight ideas that those come around when the sun's starting to come up. Louisiana gets in the car and the granny starts driving. Louisiana falls asleep and she wakes up, there's a sign that says Georgia 20 miles. She lives in Florida, and they're almost changing to the United States, so Louisiana asks her Granny, are we going to turn around soon? Her granny says they won't be turning around. Louisiana has no idea they won't be turning around anytime soon. If you want to find out why Louisiana's granny, or should I even say granny, is taking on a crazy road trip and they're going to a different state, I think you should read Louisiana's Way Home by Katie DiCamillo, and I really like this book, and I think you'll like it too. Thank you.
All right, let's hear a little bit more about that story. All right, if you want to find out how Louisiana finds her way home, you'll have to read this book. Next on the list, The Cardboard Kingdom by Chad Sell.
In a world of make-believe, you can be anything you want. A stick isn't just a stick. It can be a wand or a walking cane, alien antenna. A piece of cardboard can be way more than just a box. And a kid can be anyone they want to be. This summer, 16 kids will transform their boring neighborhood into a land where enchantresses, knights, robots, mad scientists, and monsters roam. Each hero has their own villains to fight, even if that villain is a school bully, or your dad, or who the world expects you to be. A great imagination can change the world. And this summer, there's just one epic quest left to do. Save the world.
All right, if graphic novels are your thing and you enjoy imagination and cardboard, The Cardboard Kingdom might be your favorite book in this list. Next up, Dragons in a Bag by Zetta Elliott. Let's hear a book review about this title.
Called Dragons in a Bag by Zetta Elliott. It follows Jackson, who is a little boy who lives in Brooklyn with his mom, and his mom is trying to save their apartment. They're about to get evicted. She has to go to court one day, but instead of taking Jax with her, she asks her grandma, to watch Jax for the day. Jax has never met his grandma. His grandma is a little bit scary to him at first, but he realizes very quickly into the day that his grandmother is more than she seems to be. She's a witch. She tasks him with helping her return some dragons to a magical realm. All of the story takes place, I believe, in one day, and we follow Jax as he realizes that Brooklyn is a lot more than he thought it was, and that there's a lot more magic in his life than he believed there to be.
All right, if magic is your thing, this might be one of the books on this list that you want to read. Coming up next, Knights versus Dinosaurs, the most uproarious battle of all time, by Matt Phelan. All right, if adventure is your favorite kind of story, Knights versus Dragons and their epic battles might be just for you. Our next title is Front Desk, written by Kelly Yang.
Hi, I'm Kelly Yang, and I'm the author of Front Desk. When I was little, I grew up in a motel. Every day, I managed the front desk while my parents cleaned the rooms. It was something nobody at school knew about me. I've been thinking about a way to tell my son about my childhood, so I wrote Front Desk. Front Desk is the story of 10-year-old Mia Tang. Every day, she manages the front desk of the Cala Vista Motel while her parents clean. Mia's proud of her job, and she's good at it too. She loves the guests and treats everyone like family. When one of the guests gets into trouble with the police, it shakes Mia to her core. Meanwhile, her parents hide immigrants in the empty rooms at night. If the mean motel owner, Mr. Yao, finds out what they've been up to, they'll be doomed. Front Desk is about not giving in to fear and being strong and kind, even when you're down on your luck and life is hard. I hope when kids read this book, they'll be filled with courage and empathy and hope.
So guys, what do you think of Front Desk? I really liked it. Mia was awesome. She gave me lots of strength. That book is great.
Thanks so much, guys, and hope you like Front Desk too.
All right, that was Front Desk by Kelly Yang. And last on the Oregon Reader's Choice Awards list of nominees is 30 Minutes Over Oregon, a Japanese pilot's World War II story by Mark Tyler Nobleman, illustrated by Melissa Iwai.
30 Minutes Over Oregon tells the story of a Japanese pilot in 1942 who bombs the continental United States, which I had no idea that this happened. Of course, we all know about Pearl Harbor, but this took place almost a year after, not quite a year after Pearl Harbor. I had no idea. Even the people in the town of Oregon had no idea. Most of them had no idea that this happened, but it's just an amazing story. It's so fascinating to be able to follow the story of a Japanese pilot. So often our kids only hear about American soldiers and American military personnel, and it was just fascinating for them to be able to empathize and try to understand the other side. And this character is a hero. And it's just fascinating for them to be able to see that, and for them to be able to see how the United States has celebrated this soldier. It's just an amazing book. I don't think I've ever read anything like it. And being able to read it aloud to a group of fifth graders, being able to have discussions about it was just awesome. And Melissa's illustrations are beautiful. Your kids are going to love this book.
All right, and that was the last book on the list of nominees that are up for winning the Reader's Choice Award. Remember, you only have to read 2 of the books, and that includes reading the book as an ebook or a hard or physical copy, listening to the audiobook, or having another person read that book to you. You only need to read 2 of the books to vote. If you read all 8, you can make a more informed vote. Voting takes place through March. I will gather all of your votes to send in March, and I hope that you will be finding books in this list to read and vote for. Go get reading. And let's not forget to give credit where credit is due. These are special thanks to all of the people and the apps used to bring this presentation together. That's all for today. Please fill out the Google form indicating or telling me if you know how to read ebooks in Sora. You can find a link for that form in the Seesaw activity directions. I look forward to looking over the Google Forms. Until next time, Kelly Cougars.